This is the final step. My body is a map of scars that has led me here. Centuries of torture have prepared me for this moment.
I'm Dave Higwood, and I'm here to talk about a big project everyone here at Psyonix has been working on with Square Enix. The game is called Nosgoth.
The world of Nosgoth is dark and brutal. It's a fantasy world that's been ravaged by a war between humans and vampires. In Nosgoth, we've taken the ruthless war between these two sides and built an online multiplayer game around it, focusing on the distinctive ways both races fight against each other.
Melee versus range is tough to pull off in multiplayer, and hitting that balance has been our focus since day one. Each side plays really differently, and that's what makes the experience unique and fun.
The detail in the world is absolutely outstanding, as well as the character designs. Everything is so in depth and thought about by the teams, and the thought they've put into the lore also to link this to the Legacy of Kain universe where the game is built into has been brilliant. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the team for making such a great game, and as you can see, it is fun to play. People enjoy themselves in this dark environment, and that is why everybody is so sad and cut up about the fact SE has decided to cancel the game.
The designs for the vampires were reasonably consistent with the designs of the same vampire clans in Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaver. They looked believably between a sort of human vampire phase and the evolved monsters that they became in the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver game. It was also really interesting to see them fill in the history of the Razialim and get to see them, because by the time you get to Soul Reaver 1, they're extinct, they've been hunted down.
So whether the game is by design or accidental, it can teach us to drive on the ocean and think the impossible. It's kind of like what Lewis and Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. The Queen said one time, she said, you know, sometimes I believe in as many as 6 unbelievable things before breakfast.
So they got the lore pretty right, they got the graphics right. I think the idea of bringing in one of the original Soul Reaver 1 artists to design the evolved forms of the vampires was a fantastic design choice.
Time for some Nosgoth!
Nosgoth.
Alright.
Nosgoth.
¿Hay alguien que no tenga un hermano muerto? Yo tengo un hermano muerto. Lo mató una bala en la cabeza. Fue en la madrugada del 1 de enero de 1994. Muy madrugadora salió esa bala. Muy madrugadora la muerte que besó la frente de mi hermano. Mucho reía mi hermano y ya no ríe. No pude guardar a mi hermano en el bolsillo, pero guardé la bala que lo mató. Otra madrugada le pregunté a la bala de dónde venía. Ella respondió, del fusil, del soldado, del gobierno, del poderoso que sirve a otro poderoso que sirve a otro en todo el mundo. No tiene una patria la bala que mató a mi hermano. Tampoco tiene una patria la lucha que hay que hacer para guardar en manos y no balas en los bolsillos.
A lot of fans have always said that it's too soon to be offering such a large lump sum or a large sum of money out in leagues.
I'm not sure about you, but I tend to mark companies that fail to deliver on their promises, and especially those that cancel games and stop supporting them. It makes one feel that they just took the money and ran with it.
The back end of this game, the mechanics of the engine in which this game did matchmaking, did a friend system, did a teamwork system, it was basically garbage from the word go.
I hated Nosgoth when it was first announced, I'm not gonna lie. I spent a long time doing lore videos. A huge lore thing on this channel. I feel like I've wasted my time. I really do feel quite a bit like all that effort was just pissing in the wind. And honestly, how can I not? Because ultimately it was pointless.
The team going forward only focus on bug fixes and not bringing out new content until the game is stable and makes money because bugs put people off playing.
But the onus is on a developer to hold a player base. If you do not develop a game that runs well, is interesting and fun to play, and creates memorable moments for the people playing it and enthusiasm to continue, your game is going to fail. You don't make your game run smoothly and easily, and so that you don't have to think about it. You can just go in and hit the ladder and beat people up and have fun. Losing your player base, you have no one to blame but yourselves, Square Enix, and it's a real shame because you definitely had something great here.
I ask you, you fight in the game, fight in real life.